Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen. Today we have another HelloFresh mystery recipe. So for those of you guys who are joining me for the first time, on my channel I do mystery recipes where I take all of the ingredients from a HelloFresh or Blue Apron recipe. I don't have the recipe itself, so I have just the ingredients and then I'm going to put something together. So today we have quite a few interesting ingredients. I forgot to grab one thing. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, so for today's recipe, it seemed very straightforward, but you know, I'm just kind of making it way more complicated for myself. So, today's recipe, in the box, we had some shrimp, some plain uncooked shrimp. We had some broccoli florets, so I've got those here. Some plain white rice, sesame seeds, what I'm assuming is cornstarch, the saddest little piece of dried up ginger. It's like this tiny little fingernail sized piece of ginger. It's totally dried up, like absolutely unusable. I had some ginger in my fridge, but it's probably not much better, so we'll see if this ends up in there. A little bit of soy sauce, and then the last ingredient is this, what smells to be like a chili sauce. It's a little bit, it's like sweet and sort of sour, a little bit pungent. I mean, it just smells like a chili sauce mix, like a sweet chili sauce maybe. So, given all of these ingredients, very straightforward, probably like a shrimp stir fry, maybe with broccoli stir fried in there. Cook the rice, and then you add in the sauce using the soy sauce, and then thickening with some of the cornstarch. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll just do it like it's written. But I had a couple things in my fridge that I had to use because they've been sitting for a while. So I had some corn and I have some green onions. So I was kind of thinking like what I could do with all of this stuff. I'm like, well, maybe I could just make like a roasted corn and broccoli and then like stir fry the shrimp, but it all seemed very expected. So I think instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some shrimp and corn fritters. So I'm going to fry them. I'm going to do a sesame and soy roasted broccoli as the side dish. And then I'm probably just gonna cook the rice because I couldn't think of anything else to do. Like maybe I'll like coat the little shrimp fritters in rice, and that started to get really crazy. So I was like, I'm just gonna cook this white rice. Maybe I'll add in some ginger or something. So for the fritter recipe, I have never really made a fritter before, so I had to Google it. And then in the the official Nassau website, they had a recipe for conch fritters. So I couldn't find anything for like shrimp fritters. And then corn fritters are like those like corn nuggets or like a corn patty, and that wasn't exactly what I was looking for. So what I was really thinking of were like conch fritters, but instead of conch meat, I was going to use shrimp. So I Googled a conch fritter recipe, and the Nassau website had a very simple one. So I'm just going to take that basic recipe and then add in the shrimp. I'm going to grind up the shrimp. And then I'm going to add in the corn and the green onions. I might try and add in some of this ginger as well to kind of flavor it up. And then I'm going to deep fry them. I'm going to take the sauce that was here, and I'm thinking I might mix the sauce with a little bit of orange juice and kind of heat that up and then make that like the dipping sauce. Maybe I'll add some sour cream. I don't know. It depends how it tastes. But just to kind of go over real quick what I have. All the batter is 3/4 of a cup of flour and then half of a cup of milk. So that's kind of the base. And then I'm just going to add in the corn and the shrimp, and I'm going to have to kind of add a little bit, subtract a little bit. Well, maybe not subtract a little bit, but I'm going to have to add things in to kind of get it to the consistency that I want because it wasn't exactly these ingredients. As far as the broccoli, just going to roast it in the oven, toss it with a little bit of the soy sauce. I might use the ginger with that. I really haven't decided yet. And then, like I said, I'm just going to cook this boring white rice. All right, so I'm going to kind of prep all that stuff. I'm going to get this batter together, figure it out, problem solve it a little bit. I'm going to grind this up in my little mini food processor. And then once I have everything ready, we will start cooking. All right, see you guys in a second. so quick update. Lots of stuff happened in a very short amount of time. So one, I've got my rice cooking right over there, plain rice. I did decide to add in like a squeeze of lime and some cilantro, so it's like a cilantro lime rice. I've got my broccoli here. It is coated in olive oil. I'm just gonna roast it plain. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat up the soy sauce with the ginger, so I'll make sort of like a soy ginger glaze, and then once it's done roasting, I'm just gonna pour that over the top. And then the last thing I have here is I've got a little bit of orange juice in this pan. I'm gonna add in a bit of this chili sauce and then just kind of boil it up and kind of let it reduce so that it turns into kind of like a sweet, sour, spicy sauce. Once that's done, I will bring you guys back over. I have my batter ready here. So this is my shrimp corn batter. I'm gonna heat up some oil and then we will fry these off, and then that will be the last step. All right, see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, all right. So I've got my sauce done, my broccoli's in the oven, the rice is just about done, it's cooling, so the last step is to put together these fritters. So I tested one already, tasted pretty good. I adjusted the seasoning, added a little more salt, and just some garlic powder and some paprika. So I've got some vegetable oil heating up to 350, 60, kind of been going up and down a little bit. I turned it down because it was running a little hot, but I'm gonna kind of put it back up just a little bit. I'm gonna drop in my fritters. I want them to be a little on the large side because this is supposed to be meal sized. So I'm gonna make them a little bit larger. All right, first one's done. There we go. Looking good. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All right, you guys. So my first batch came out pretty good, nice and golden. Oops, warmed all the way through. Pretty color. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cook the rest of these up, and the next time I see you guys, I will have all of them ready, and we will put everything together. All right, so everything is done. It made quite a bit, so I have a lot here, and I already ate like 2 of them. So I've got my fritters. I've got my broccoli that's been roasted, and I tossed it with the sesame seeds, with the ginger, and with the soy sauce. Here I've got my sweet and sour sauce. So in this one, I put some orange juice. I put that sweet chili sauce, and I also added a little bit of strawberry jam to kind of give it a little depth of flavor. Okay, so I've got my cilantro lime rice here, so I'm gonna put that right to the side. All right, we're gonna take a little bit of this sauce. I'm gonna kind of make a little pool down here. And then we'll put the fritters right on top. Broccoli. Some of these green onions. Put just a little more of this. Okay. All right, so I've got my sweet corn and shrimp fritters with a sweet and sour glaze. I've got my roasted broccoli with soy and ginger, and my cilantro lime rice right there. So there is my finished product. Let's take a look at the final recipe. All right, as expected, spicy shrimp and broccoli stir fry. So pretty simple. I mean, you know, I don't think this one took me that long. Not like the some of my other recipes that have taken hours. This one took me a little bit. You know, as written here, this would probably, you know, the stir fry would take maybe 30 minutes, so that's pretty good. This one was a little bit longer. You know, I had to kind of look some stuff up. I haven't deep fried fritters before, so that was kind of an experiment. But overall, I think it turned out pretty well. It's interesting. It's a little more unique than just a plain stir fry. So, you know, I think it turned out pretty well. So thanks for joining me this week, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on my videos. I greatly appreciate it. That'd be fantastic. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.